How many of you feel that tight grip of fear when things start to change? How many of you, when faced with the unknown, want to cling to what feels safe, what feels familiar? It's like standing at the edge of everything you've ever known, looking out into something vast and undefined. It's natural to feel uneasy. It's natural to feel like every step forward is a risk. But let's be real. Growth doesn't live in the places we already know. Growth lives just outside of them, in uncharted waters, in the vast open spaces where anything is possible. Change can feel like standing in front of a closed door, with no idea of what lies on the other side. We tell ourselves to stay where we are, because here, we know the rules. Here, we're comfortable. But if you never walk through that door, you'll never know what awaits on the other side. Growth demands courage, not just to take the first step, but to keep going, even when the path isn't clear. Imagine standing on the edge of a cliff, with a safety net right beneath you. It feels secure, doesn't it? But that safety net can only catch you where you are, not where you're meant to go. To reach new heights, to step into the next chapter, you've got to break free from that net. You've got to trust that even if the path isn't clear, each step forward will reveal a little more of the way. Sometimes, you've got to let go of certainty to make room for possibility. You've got to believe that even in the unknown, there's something waiting for you, a new version of you that can only emerge on the other side of change. Change doesn't come without resistance. It's like a storm. It can feel chaotic, like everything you've built is being shaken. But here's the thing about storms. They clear away the old. They remove what no longer serves us and make way for what's new. Just like a forest needs a fire to rejuvenate. Sometimes we need to face that storm, to let it sweep away the things that are holding us back, so we can rebuild, stronger and wiser. Embracing change isn't about diving headfirst into the unknown without thought. It's about releasing the need to control every outcome and trusting that you have the strength to adapt. It's about understanding that growth and comfort rarely go hand in hand. If you're feeling comfortable, you're probably staying the same. But when you step into discomfort, when you allow yourself to embrace uncertainty, that's when real transformation happens. Maybe there's a part of you that whispers, "Stay here where it's safe." That part remembers all the times things didn't go as planned, all the times you fell short. But let me ask you this. How many of you are truly satisfied with staying the same? How many of you are happy, knowing you're not living up to your full potential? Deep down, you know you want more. You're here because there's a voice inside that says, "There's more for me out there, if only I'm willing to take the risk." Imagine the life you're holding yourself back from by staying in your comfort zone. Imagine the dreams you're postponing because you're afraid of what might happen if you fail. Imagine the person you're meant to become, waiting on the other side of fear, waiting for the moment you decide to embrace the unknown and step forward, one brave step at a time. This isn't a call to leap without looking. It's an invitation to trust the journey. The path won't be easy. It won't always be clear. But every step you take into the unknown builds resilience. It builds strength. It builds the kind of courage that only comes from facing the unknown and moving forward anyway. With every choice to embrace change, you're choosing growth over stagnation. You're choosing to become the person you're meant to be, not the person you've always been. So, here's my challenge to you. Step boldly into what's next. Step forward not because you know exactly where the path will lead, but because you know that staying still won't take you anywhere. Step forward, knowing you're not the same person who was held back by fear. You've grown, you've learned, and you're ready to embrace all that life has to offer, even the parts that feel uncertain. In the end, the greatest growth comes not from the moments we are most sure, but from the moments we are willing to risk, to try, to step forward despite the fear. Beyond that fear, beyond that hesitation, there's a life you haven't even dreamed of yet. A life that's waiting for the you who had the courage to walk through the door of the unknown and discover just how far you could go. Change is coming, whether you're ready or not. So choose to be ready. Choose to embrace it with open arms, with a heart willing to learn, willing to be vulnerable. Choose to believe that whatever lies ahead, you have the strength to handle it. You have the resilience to keep moving forward. You have the courage to face anything that comes your way. And let me leave you with this. The unknown isn't something to fear. It's something to embrace. It's the birthplace of every dream, every ambition, every moment of growth. It's the doorway to the best version of yourself. Step through it, with courage, with hope, and with the belief that the journey will be worth it. This is your moment. Embrace the change, embrace the unknown, and watch as you become the person you were always meant to be.